Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to every single one of you. How you guys doing? I believe you all are doing well. I believe you're doing fine. Welcome to Hey Let's Talk on Empire Radio 360. It's always a very great time to be with every single one of you on the show. I'm always excited to be live, and I want to say thank you to every single one of you who are always on the show with us, supporting us, being part of the conversation, being part of everything that the show is made of. Thank you for making this program one of the reasons that I come to work. Yes, thank you for allowing me to see reason to come to work every single time I come. Yeah, it's a wonderful Wednesday, and as usual, I'm not here alone. I'm here with DJ Eddie, and of course, I'm here with another fantastic guest. But then, before we even go further to who our guest is today, please, as you join in, get our links out to every single person you know. Of course, bring your family, friends, foes, everybody that you know. Of course, you should be familiar with my 3 Fs by now. Family, friends, and foes. Bring them to the show. Let's be part of the conversation. Let's be part of everything that we do here live on Empire Radio 360. I mean, no other station brings it to you better than we do here on Empire Radio 360. Okay, so before I go further, I have a very immense talent in the show with us today. For many who do not know, I'm sure many people might be familiar with the word. Okay, I don't know if it's an unfamiliar word, the word doxology. But then, whether it's unfamiliar or not, just have it at the back of your mind that the talent we have today is someone unique. But before I even introduce the talented, I want to just make a very brief shout out to someone, Dr. Eyiremi Ile-Somi. Special happy birthday to you, Doctor. From here, Hey Let's Talk, brought to you from Empire Radio 360. I want to say happy birthday to you. We wish you the very best. I hope that this new year that you've entered and featured into brings all the best things life has to offer to you. And this shout out, of course, is courtesy of Barrister Femi Abimbola. Your friend. He says he appreciates you. He cherishes you so much, and he cherishes you more than you can imagine. And he's also using this medium to apologize to you for being a very stubborn person. He says sorry for being stubborn, that you should please not be angry with him. So on behalf of Barrister Femi, I'm apologizing on his behalf. Any misbehavior that he has misbehaved, don't be angry, forgive him. I beg you. Thank you very much. Do have a very wonderful day. Okay, so to the conversation today, welcome to Hey Let's Talk one more time. I have a very immense talent on the show here on Empire Radio 360. He's best known for his doxology as a praise formula. As a praise formula in organization, churches, and events. He's the founder of Sophia's Hub, a reading club. He's also the co-founder of Mirrors Concept and an associate member of the Man Enough Group. Wow, the Man Enough Group. He's an associate member of the Man Enough Group. Going further, among others, he's a speaker, a writer, an editor, a tutor, an orator, and a quote creator, a dynamic spoken word addict. This one is not just a spoken word person, a spoken word addict, frequently invited by different organizations to share the living words on themes, topics, and subject matters. He has featured on various platforms alongside renowned music artists in the gospel sector and also all around Nigeria. And he believes that it's either we succeed or we succeed. His goal is either we succeed or we succeed. That means if there's no success, there's no any other option. Ladies and gentlemen, with one more warm welcoming, help me bring to the stage. Okay, I don't know if I should call this a stage, but help me welcome warmly to our show, The Talking Pen. Senior man, only you carry all these achievements. Only you won. All these things, one. This guy, you are angry. You dey vex. Only you, talk am. Only you all these titles, as if I know. That this saying it. Only you all these titles. I need your grace, sir. How you doing, my man? How you doing?
I'm good. Good afternoon. I'm happy to be here.
Yes, it's nice to have you, man. It's nice to have you. Hope you had a very wonderful night.
Of course I did.
Yeah, I want to say welcome to E_Piano Chooks. You're welcome to the show. E_Piano, thank you for joining the show. Jolex Beauty, you are live with us on the show. Thank you for being part of the show. You are welcome to Hey Let's Talk on Empire Radio 360. Okay, Talking Pen, straight to the point. Before we even go further, let's know you a bit more than what we've read. Apart from these formalities, because all these ones are kind of formal achievements which are very, very impressive. But who are you personally? Who is the Talking Pen? Where are you from? Are you born to a family of 32?
Okay, it's great. Actually, I'm not born to the family of 32.
I'm just asking. You know?
Right. I'm from Akwa Ibom State.
Okay.
I've never been there, however, but
not been to Akwa Ibom. Wow.
Yes, I've been to several states, but with time I'll visit soon.
Wait, help me understand. You've not been to Akwa Ibom, your place, since you've been born.
Yes.
But why? Why is that so?
Maybe I've not gotten the time to go.
But you had the time to go to other states.
Yes, perhaps due to administrations and all of that.
Oh, okay. But then don't you feel the need sometimes, that the need to go? Like, don't you have this burning desire? I want to be.
Definitely, and people are always, after me.
Your
I
folks
said, go. I said, I will definitely when I have the slightest opportunity to.
Okay, but as your parents not put that pressure on you once that you are not.
Not at all. Maybe that's why I'm a little bit relaxed and comfortable. But I will make it soon.
Okay, no problem. Okay, but aside that, who is the Talking Pen generally?
Okay, the Talking Pen, he's a writer.
Yes, I've said all those ones. We need more personal description of who you are exactly now.
Okay. Generally speaking, all I do, as you've read, it's public. But me, I'm a very private person, and I won't say I'm shy, but I'm just very, very reserved.
You can't be shy with the thing you do.
I'm so reserved that if I go to a place for the first time, I might just, keep quiet to the rest of it. But due to what I have to offer to the world, I just have to come out from that. Okay,
but now I don't know if you might not have expected this direction I'm about to take the conversation to, but we know that right now in Nigeria there is some kind of everybody is very, very much concerned with the political affairs. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to ask you who was our president in 1982. No. I'm not going to bring current affairs to you. But with the thing you do, the doxology, do you have this urge to kind of awaken people's awareness to be part of what is coming through your craft? Do you have that? Do you have it in plan to use your gift, your spoken words, your doxology, to prompt people to be part of this civil responsibility that is upon us right now?
Definitely, yes. Just like our last independence, I wrote an article, but this year I'm planning to do a visual spoken words, but in respect to getting your PVC and anything relating to this upcoming election. I think I'm working something on that.
Okay, well, is that going to be coming up this year or next year?
This year, definitely.
But you've not started yet?
Yes. I'm working towards it.
Okay, so let's go to doxology. What prompted this? How long have you been into this? Let's start with that first. How long have you been into it?
Wow, doxology, as that name has not really been long, but my kudos to my mom wherever she is, and I hope she's listening to me right now.
Kudos to your mom, yes.
She helped me so much while I was coming up, but with time I began to brand, and this doxology name came towards 2015 or 14 thereabout. But I've actually been doing it without having that structure. Yes. And the beautiful thing about that name is the word doxology came to me first. And before I got the dictionary to confirm it. And that was just what I've been doing. So it was just so unique. And when I told my mentor, I actually pronounced it like doxology. So I told him that this name, I saw this name, I didn't even know. When I woke up, I checked the dictionary and all of that. He said it's pronounced doxology.
Doxology, yeah.
And I'm like, wow. So this must be a thing. And thank God we are here today.
How did it start?
Though then, teenage programs, children programs, keep just going there, saying our stuff, doing our chant. But we were never disorganized. So with time, when that stuff came, the name, I started just, having a picture of what this should be in Christian environment or meetings. So I've been invited to several platforms just to deliver that.
Have you been to formal settings?
Yes.
Okay, so in a formal setting, what kind of formal setting, for example?
Whereby we have, will I say, noble, official people where I'm not just coming to.
Yeah. Okay, so if you get there, what kind of doxology pattern do you put up? Do you still go religious, Christian, or you are what?
The thing is, the name of my brand is The Talking Pen. So
yes,
it has branches, and one of its major branches, doxology, which has to do with this, Christian organization and all that. So in a position whereby I'm invited to speak or to give an oration on something that does not have to do with this religious, then that's something else. Doxology is a praise formula, it's a chant. It's an expression of praise to God. So I cannot just, So if I'm traveling to a state whereby I might not just go there to do a spoken words of 10 minutes, maybe they may give me 20, definitely I have to do the full package. The full package comes with hymns. So I introduce stories of hymns. I sing some hymns. So it's just
Oh, you
about
sing
praise.
When they try. No, you say it is well. All right, so every one of you joining us on the show, I want to say welcome to Hey Let's Talk on Empire Radio 360. You're listening to the voice of Godwyn and our guest as of today, whom we're interviewing is the talking pen. The talking pen. His mouth has pencil in it, so he uses his mouth to write the words, and normally you see what is written, but this one you hear what is written through his mouth, and quite a very talented young man. Now, of course, we are going to see him do his thing. Definitely, we are going to see him do his thing. But before I go further, I've been chanting from our sports show. I sabi the game, and I intend to do this as often as possible. Please, if you are of qualified voting age in Nigeria and you do not have your PVC, look, one of the slogans we are living on this radio station with now is hope is a currency for tomorrow. Yes, we know that the Nigerian political system is rubbish. We know that in time past, people have done things to discourage us from taking political matters serious. But this time around, let us be intentional towards working in making Nigeria better. Please go get your PVC. Don't get it for getting sake. Get it with the intention to be very active in the forthcoming election. So if you're of voting age and you do not have it, please get it. If you want to register online, do that before the end of this month, because online registration ends by the 30th of this month. That's been extended, thankfully. So please, let's be intentional to make Nigeria better. We can only try. You stand nothing to lose. You stand nothing to lose if you try. So please, let's try. Even if we get it wrongly, God forbid, even if we get it wrongly, at least your conscience will be cleared that you tried. You made an effort. So please, let's try. And we hope our efforts will be crowned with success. Okay, now, first of all, okay, we've had so many things to do, first of all. So let's going further now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a way to put this question right, because I don't want to make you feel too political. But do you feel involved in what is happening right now? One way or do you have some kind of connection to the whole thing that's happening right now?
Okay. First, the social media has made it almost impossible not to.
Yes.
So even if one is not paying attention, which is not too okay, social media will bring it to your face. So one way or the other, I would say we are all involved. So I am personally involved.
Have you been a political person before now?
No, I just only know current affairs.
Oh. You only just know current. I'm very, 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 very good with it.
Yes.
So if I ask you a question now, you answer.
I will definitely try.
Who was the first ceremonial president of Nigeria?
Ceremonial president. Okay, that stems now. I said that stems. Yeah,
I'm using terms now.
Okay, that should be Shehu Shegari.
Are you sure?
You said ceremonial.
Yes.
Should be Shehu Shegari.
Should be Shehu. Me, I don't know. You know, sure for me. I cannot tell you whether is it correct? Is it Nnamdi Azikiwe?
Nnamdi Azikiwe. So that should now be executive.
That obvious executive first. I said ceremonial because now what they tell me for government affairs. When I was in secondary school, my government chair was like, this was the first ceremonial. So we have ceremonial, we have executive.
Yeah, it's confusing. Some people say head of state, some people say so all
exactly.
Those things. So we just have to. Yeah, Tafawa Balewa was a prime minister.
I know that when I was in secondary school government, I passed that question. They say, what was the first ceremonial? I was that, but then we've been far from it. Okay, so the talking pen. Like, how long have you been doing this? Give it.
Okay. It's more than 15 years.
More than 15 years.
But having a brand to it or a structure, whereby a structure per se, I would just say 10.
10 years. So you've been the talking pen for 10 years.
Not the talking pen as by brand, but what I'm doing has been that long.
How did the name come?
I think it was a friend of mine, Enoch or so. I write and I talk. Yeah. So something to just merge these two creative ability as one. That's what emerged the talking pen.
What do you write about?
Yeah, I write educational articles. I write quotes. I'm actually working on a book.
Working on a book, wow.
Yes.
Okay. The educational article you actually wrote on, I'm particularly concerned. I'm curious to know, what did it revolve around? What was the message inside?
It's a regular thing. It's not just one. So my goal is to reach out to young people.
Okay, you have several educational articles.
So it's
okay.
and also having to do with life, fulfilling purpose, maximizing, So I write. So basically, I'm trying to make a book of it and just keep on the articles.
What was the message of one of the article?
About understanding how the word fail means. FAIL means first attempt in learning, because most young individuals...
First attempt in learning failed. Wow, okay.
Most young individuals, they just feel that once they fail, that's a bus stop. But I think every successful person has experienced that process called fail, whereby you do not fail to become a failure, you fail to learn how to succeed. And most people, especially in the academic world, they judge their destiny by their grades, not by their gift or who they are. So it's very, very bad, because the best of people we have today were the worst candidates in school. So if we do not judge them by what they are getting as per position, marks, and grades, you can give them the opportunity to do better. There was a time I was teaching a secondary school. Each time somebody gets 19 over 20, I discipline the person and I let the person that gets 0B. So some teachers are like, which type of drama is this? With time, those people that were getting 19, they never failed one, because many a life failure are those who do not know how close they were to success before they give up. Now, if you are getting 19 over 20, what happened to one? So I made them more careful and I was disciplining them for that. But now the people that are getting 1, 2 over 20, they're like, if he's flogging somebody that got 19, I need to be delivered. So on their own, without pressure, they just feel encouraged. Then on the other way around, I might organize some spelling bee, competitions and all. Then people that didn't do well, they get gifts. I'm not saying people that do well will not, but people that don't do well get gifts. So everybody has their unique attributes. So I do not like people measuring their success on another person's progress. We are all unique, but we just have time.
Your own reverse is the case. So, but in a way, not thinking that it was kind of encouraging. It was not motivating those people in any way. The ones that were not doing well.
Like the ones that were not doing well are my target. Because I do not like teaching, will I say, intelligent people. Of course, I don't like teaching dull ones. I like teaching people who are willing to learn. So if we can get students to that position where learning becomes fun, not pressure, not pain from parents or pressure or whatever. But once you give them that opportunity to learn, and learning involves, failing at different points, not just underestimating who you can be by where you're coming from. So with that opportunity, people are willing to grow and learn.
What school did you graduate from? Any university?
University of Lagos.
What did you study?
Mathematics education.
You studied mathematics education, but now you are talking with your mouth. Okay, I want to say welcome to every single one of you joining us here on Empire Radio 360. Hey, let's talk on Empire Radio 360. Thank you for joining us live. We're streaming to you live from Empire Africa 1. So please join all our platforms. Of course, very made evidence there on our logo above the live. I want to say welcome to Lucy Tools joined us in the course of the program. Smart_Azubike joined. Art RSH joined. Moss_Hype Man also joined. Ipiano says he sings Nafaya Imbio. You're trying to be humble on my show. Okay, no problem. I am David joined the show. The Talking Pen and Wisdom. 19 over 20. I am David 19 over 20. It was like a surprise that I'm flogging 19 over 20. By the way, I sent you something. You could actually get your folks to be part of the conversation. I'm sorry if that was not posted earlier. So you could just get some of your fans as well if you haven't yet, to be part of the conversation. I'm seeing Eze Favor Helen join us. You're welcome to Miss Adamaso joined us. You all are welcome to Hey Let's Talk on Empire Radio 360. Please, as you join us, get our links out to everybody that you know to be part of the conversation. Today we have the Talking Pen, who is a writer, a tutor, an orator. Is so many things. Of course, he's going to show us what he can do. Definitely. I even feel like we should do that interval. So, but the next time let me prepare your mind now. By the next time I'm coming back to the show in a few minutes' time, you're going to give us an oratory display on education. Let's start from there. Or you didn't plan for that one?
Okay, it's
fine. Are you sure you can do that one?
No problem.
Okay, we're going to have a display on education. Let's because he has made us understand that he has a unique way of targeting people to be successful. That means making the people that are close to success disciplined, and those that are very far from it, ignoring them at all, so that they will just look at themselves and like, you never even name me, you never rate me. This boss never even rate me at all. Okay, now, so I want us to start with that. I want you to give me one of your performances or one of your, do you like say doxology and education?
Okay,
One of your
educational
talks, yeah, one of
talks.
your educational talks. Let's hear. I want to say welcome to Drumology and DJ Murphy. DJ Murphy, welcome to you on. You're welcome here on Empire Radio 360. You're welcome to Hey Let's Talk. Okay, give us one of your educational talks. Let's learn.
Okay.
Please, I want this mic to kiss this mic possibly. Yes, come close to it. Exactly. All right.
Um, Only a myopic-minded, brain-drained, witty, whitewashed, shrink-headed, memory-lost, and a stagnant thinking fellow will look into an individual and tell you can't make it. The last time I checked, Albert Einstein had issues with speech. Albert Einstein could not talk until he was 4. The oldest undergraduate in Nigeria should be about 78. Now, Colonel Sanders retired and started his business at 65. It's really sad because these people are already at that age where individuals think that, all right, bus stop, no. These were their starting point. In case you are feeling too old to start, I think you should pay attention to these people. Secondly, Christopher was asked by his mother to tell her how the day was in school. So the mother asked him to write how he spent his day. He ended up writing his first book at the age of 6. Derek was insulted by his classmates, and Derek went home, took his uncle's knife and gun, and killed somebody, became the world's youngest murderer. The youngest inventor in the world is 3. The youngest graduate in the world is 10. Somebody had a PhD at 14. Now, if you look at all these people and you think that you still have time, people have started already. So this is a way to also encourage people that age is not really a major factor when it comes to educational pursuit. Age is not a factor. And I'd like to share my story. I wasn't a good student, so I was just the weird person in the family. Yes, all my siblings were really on point. So when you come from a home whereby intellectualism is a priority and you are just the odd one out, it's so sad that I was literally wasting my parents' money those days. Very well. So it's not a follow-come thing. So I think 2 years or so before I wrote my, a year or so before I wrote my common entrance some years ago, I saw in the Bible, I read about Daniel. I wasn't really good with, reading at that level, yes. But I read about Daniel and I just wanted to be like Daniel. And I told my parents I needed to change my name to Daniel, and they were spiritually inclined. Of course, they didn't just say yes, yes. So it took a lot of time, a lot of discipline. And anytime I malfunctioned, my mom would just like, hey, Daniel does not behave like this. Hey, Daniel does not. So because I wanted that name at all, that guy was just a ball of excellence. So like that is how it started. So there was a day I was just looking at the memory verse our parents always give us to, and I was seeing that what I've learned, I could see it, I could read. So I started reading the Bible before I started reading academic books. Yeah. So like that, I saw myself, reading. So, but I was still wasting my parents' fees. And so I was taken to a government school early at Ajegule. So when they took me there, I wasn't really that, an effective reader. So I had 18-year-old, 16, 17 in our class then. So you can see grown-ups. They will beat you to write notes for them because if you don't, the teacher will flog them, and they don't want the teacher to flog them. So they will give you their notes to write, and they give to the short ones in class and the little guys. So when I will pack their notes home and I'll be writing, my mom will be so excited. Hey, I know that this school will help you. He's not even writing. Oh, I'm like, Mom, I'm begging for my life. But I couldn't tell her that I'm writing for somebody. And if you don't write, they beat you, they collect whatever you brought to school. So it's just that heavy aspect of life. And I thank God for those people because they are the reason I'm here today. If they didn't beat me, if they didn't punish me, I don't think I would know the value of where my parents dropped me. Because that stuff enabled me. I'm not saying bullying is nice, but it's actually channeled me. People say there's light at the end of the tunnel, but I've come to learn that stars also shine in the dark. So in as much as that was one of my darkest period in life, I think I was just that star there. And it helped me so much that I learned how to use the left. So I wasn't born ambidextrous. I learned it the left and the right. So when this is really red, so I learned to use because I can't go to the school the next day without completing those notes. So this is how it started. Each time I write so much for different older people in class, when I get to school the next day, I'm free from beating or, them collecting my stuff. So when it was time for exam, I literally have drawn so many diagrams that I don't even need to read again. I've seen so many notes that, so from 37th, this idiot became 1. They called me again to write the exam. They called my mother to school. Why is he changing his name? He must write the exam again. I've not seen somebody move from 37 to 1st. I wrote the exam again, and by the grace of God, we proved to them that God will not give you a new brain. He will make you know you have one. So that was like an eye-opener for me. And since then, God has been my source.
God will not give you a new brain. He will make you know that you have one. So from 37 position, you went to 1st.
That was it.
Ha! Almost. No, try. You try. From 37th position. And I got something from you. You said that the youngest inventor in the world is 3 years old. Who is that?
Samuel, he made a broom, double-edged broom for his dad.
At 3 years old?
Yes. The youngest baby preacher as well is 21. So imagine hearing a 21-month-old preach. He wasn't literally saying words. I don't know if you've heard about him, but today the guy is traveling around the world.
Oh wow! I want to say, I celebrate you, sir. The Talking Pen. That's his official B praises, and you have someone giving a shout out to you there. JulietBiola3gmail.com. You're welcome. Age the Raven. You're welcome, every single one of you. Easy Favorlin, while you were talking, she was just blushing. Leku CCI Global. Leku CCI Global, you're welcome to Hey Let's Talk on Empire Radio 360. Very, very motivating one from the educational factor. But apart from educational write-ups, apart from the praise write-ups, what other things have you featured in?
I do.
Do you have write-up on love?
Yes, weddings and all of that.
So you've done that on love.
Yes.
Please, I'm sorry. I want you to do one on that. I want you to do one of your speeches on that too, because one of the things that I know many people, many ladies particularly would have butterflies in their bellies now, because I'm sensing. My only fear, if you have a girlfriend and you are not sure that some kind of words can keep her, don't allow her hear this one. No. But if you know you fear not.
It is well.
If you know you fear not, okay, I want you to just give us something on the aspect of love, so that I want to know how spontaneous you are.
Okay, if I'm doing a write-up or a spoken word on that, I literally write as if it's the guy speaking to the lady for them. So, let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
I wonder what the unknown walls of distance were thinking. Alas, today is that day we say, I do. The first time I saw you, I thought we were two, until time gave us a chance. Now we are walking down this aisle like one, with magic locked arms, 2 stars tattooed a little above our noses, and the third one twinkling in our smiles. I had always known that I would discover my own constellation one day, but I never knew one person would suddenly become my entire sky. While some suns are being eclipsed by the breakfast kind of love, God gave me mine. You are the altar of my Father. I do not believe in giving my heart to a government whose solution to a problem is as bad as the problem. So here I am, giving it to a woman, a virtuous one. For a man wins nothing better than a good wife, and for all whom remedies, a good wife is the best. And according to Proverbs 18:22, this is the favor I found from the Lord. This brilliant achievement we've made is the Lord's doing. Not only is it a marvelous thing, but it's also made you a royalty in my heart, a crown to my head, and pride in our homes. Every heart sings a song, incomplete, until another heart whispers back. Those who wish to sing always find a song. At the end of a touch, everyone becomes a poet. Yesterday was the last day we realized that we would be spending the rest of our lives together. And here we are today, so the rest of our life can start as soon as possible. I noticed you gave me a smile when you first saw me today. Such a smile God gave to his creation the evening and the morning of a new day, after seeing what he made was good. Dalu. Your sparkle burns my eyes. I'm almost blinded by your glow. Your skin glows like the rays of a northern sun, complementing my shine twice as two, as if it were a 14-colored rainbow. I choose to be the answer to every last of your uncomfortable questions, because we are here to stay. For this would not just be only a successful wedding ceremony, but also a marital bliss, even a day after forever. a union filled with God's love. This brand of love only comes from God, laying our head on our chest, reaching to our soul and extracting the best for us. Today, we greatly bow to whatever is the greater good for our marriage. I pray our love will never sprinkled casually across our lives, but chiseled in each moment and every sunrise we survive. We bride and groom today as coupled with a cup of glass and a plate of elegance. We hold hands today like letting go is not an option. The only remedy to love is to love more. I don't know how to love small. This is just the beginning.
Hey, I beg. Hey. Wait, one question I want to ask you now is: Have you done this kind of thing as somebody's wife left the husband to follow you?
Blood of Jesus. That's why I said it's for the man to the woman, for them.
God don't record this word. PSO needs to see this. Hey, somebody said, wow, such a very gifted young man you are. That's really, really fantastic, though. But has this your genre has it actually been helping you financially? Let's let from. Do you monetize it enough?
I would say let's take away the enough for now, because I learned from Miles Monroe, that you have just to sell your gifts by making awareness. Now the reason is that some people may not literally know the value until you get to some years. So with the help of my mentor, he has guided me to know that I should not make that the priority, because if I will make that the priority, it will bring good, but some good are distractions. So when he said good can be distractions, I'm like, so why is good distraction? Who know like better thing? But it will get you blinded to some, areas where your hand may not get to. So the moment I just keep going, traveling to states, doing my thing, it's just creating the awareness, and greater platform comes usually from smaller ones.
But very, 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 very fair enough. You want to use wisdom to answer the things. This guy, you have so much wisdom with you. Okay, so what's the next step? Do you have any future plans for this doxology thing?
Yes, I already have mentors. 2 people have won awards on their own, like literally doing the same thing. And I also have egbons out there. So, and my plan is to also make a system where people can be blessed. It's not just a spoken word. This is doxology. You are praising God or you are praising God. So it's a chant that connects people to God. So I would like to raise other giants and build a system. So it's not about me. That's why I told you the name stuff. So it's not about me. It's about people to God. So if you hear doxology in the next 100 years, it shouldn't be me. It should be people connecting to God with hymns, lines, lyrics, poems, songs, and...
Have you done something political? Before? You've not thought about it before?
No, though my mom told me some years ago to write something about, but to do something about that, boy.
But do you think the situations right now is putting it in your mind?
Yes, definitely. That's why I told you I'm working on that. It's something I would just, cook and bring to the table.
You just cook it and bring it to the table. But then we don't know, how soon are we seeing it?
Okay, let me put a time to it. Let's say in less than 3 months. In
less than 3 months. Okay. So every one of you joining us right now, you're welcome to Hey Let's Talk on Empire Radio 360. If you're just joining us, you missed 2 powerful sessions of spoken words, or do we call them doxology too? Okay, two powerful spoken words right now from our guest today, the talking pen, the guy whose mouth is the pen on the paper. So just like you usually see words written, this one, his own words are heard, and it has impact in the mind of soul and the soul of someone. I want to say welcome to Ginika_Uche. I want to say, okay, I am David is saying whom. Every single one of you on the show, thank you for joining here. Let's Talk today. Please get our links out to every single person you know. Get them here to witness this immense talent. Okay, Miss Adama, so I didn't see you initially. Well, thank you for sticking around on the show. And to Amenze Kingsley as well. For always. Thank you for always being part of the show. Okay, so now I have one question to ask. What has been your challenge so far, all the years in practicing your craft? Major challenges.
Okay, major challenges. I will not really say settings, because most times it's not really encouraging.
Say it. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear the challenge you go through.
Okay, I would just say when they give you a time, and your mindset is okay this time. So you might go to some events and they'll be like, you are coming up next 2 minutes. So because my chant, it requires energy a lot because I'm just chanting and I don't have a pause. Just like, except I'm doing a spoken word, pure spoken words and all of that. So this chant comes with, back to back. So I'll always, so that I don't get dehydrated. And I'm like, the next thing, they'll call somebody else. Though it doesn't happen now like before, but when they call somebody else, I'm fine. Okay, no problem. All right, they'll come again. Oh, sorry about that. That person is leaving immediately. You'll be coming up next. All right, no problems. I sip again until my water finishes, and they will now call you. And most times, when you go up there to do your thing, God is always taking the glory. Like, oh, we are sorry, we didn't know. Oh, we would have called you initially. People have already gone. I'm always happy because most times when I go to events, I don't just like that front. Yeah, I like hiding, kind of. Let me just do my thing. I just like being underestimated. I'm not saying I'm embracing it, but I like that scenario whereby people just look down on you, and at the end of the day, you just do because I don't like over. So it's better you act like you can't afford a loaf of bread until they discover you own a bakery. And it's not good to tell people you own a bakery when you can't afford a loaf of bread. So just saying that, I observed something about humility. It's not just humility is not just the way people walk. Because I've seen people walk like this and say, that man get pride. It's not about that. It's about respecting the low. And I see ladder is not just for going up. It's also for coming down. Yeah. So when you respect this movement, you will stay low. And when you are low, you can't fall.
You don't do already on the low. You don't do low already.
So when I, especially in a place where I didn't give my best. From me, I didn't give my best. So when I'm just there, I'm not exaggerating. By the time I just do the little, it's really appreciated than for me to position myself like I have the world to offer, and at the end of the day. So I'm not really caught in that dynamics of, embarrassment or disappointment because I do not like to exaggerate. So I just like to keep it low. So most times when they call you, you are already, so all this, I'll be reacting to, my mouth is already so dry, and it doesn't really make me do it well because it's a chant. It doesn't make me do it well. So, but now people respect that and they just, give you the time or call you with the time they've given you.
That's very, very impressive. And I like the process. I like how procedural the growth is very impressive. Thank you to everyone joining us on the show. Don't forget, this is Hey Let's Talk on Empire Radio 360. Get our link out to everyone that you know to be part of the show. Live here, streaming to you live from Empire Africa 1, brought to you from Empire Radio 360. The challenge you spoke about now is the one you face when that's the public one. But internally, in your personal space, what are the struggles you go through in trying to put up this kind of content and content, of course.
I have a dashboard in my office where I write 3 things to stop doing that is hindering you from becoming better, and 3 things to start doing that will make you get better. And one of them is, in as much as...
Which are you talking about, the challenge or the...
Challenge, so let me address that. Because it's... And now, in as much as... I think one of the greatest problem that comes to multi-talented people is focus. Yes. So most people that have a lot to do, in their hands are full, they always, focus is not literally always 100% until they understand the one thing. So it's until that one, that's why, let's say some musically inclined personnel, they might not do that all their life. They might just do some certain things to raise money, to be a blessing to this, there. So those kind of things. So you will not really be 100% at some point. But in my position, it's not really easy because... creating these write-ups, or I don't think it's much of an issue. Yeah, because it comes like that. It comes. It comes. So when it comes, I jot. But the challenge I'm having there is personal. Thank God you said not the public now. Personal. The reason I went through the whole mountain force is to let you know that procrastination, it's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing.
Yes, I will explain. You only procrastinate when you have something to do. Lazy people don't procrastinate. People that are jobless, people that don't have anything to do don't procrastinate. So procrastination is a gift to people that know what they are doing. But you have to fight this gift. You cannot have nothing to do and procrastinate. What are you procrastinating? So I'm not adoring procrastination, but I'm saying it's one thing that people will fight, especially people who know what they are doing, who has something to do. And some people that are listening to me right now, I think this is for you. There are some people that I want to, so I feel it's something you have to fight. But I've come to the conclusion that a perfect execution is better than an imperfect procrastination. So, or an imperfect execution is therefore better than a perfect procrastination. So in my growth, I have chosen excellence over perfection. I do not want to give it pum. I want to give it my best. So because that's when growth happens. You know, if you are not growing, then what's the essence? So why am I saying this? At some point, you might give me a date. I might just, think. It's like 2 or 5 days before that. That's when we now have to sit down. Yeah. So at some point, I had to create timetables, schedules that help me conquer that. So some people who are in this position, or who used to be, or who will later find themselves in this position, they can use systems like deadlines. And one thing about deadline is when you tell me on the 4th on my schedule, I'll put 3rd. And I will still arrange it. Okay. So it helps me in a way to strike a balance with excellence, not perfection, before that time. So I'm not always caught, I have to fight procrastination. I have to fight it. And it's really weird battling with it, and you are the preacher of this sermon. But I think we are all learning. Nobody got it all right.
Exactly. Wow. Procrastination is not a bad thing. Lazy people do not procrastinate. You've already given people something to hold. Lazy people do not procrastinate. And that's actually true. When you have nothing to do.
It's when you have something to do, you procrastinate.
But then it could actually work against you.
Definitely, if you do not. That's why I say you have to fight it. Procrastination is a spirit that makes you feel there's enough time until you have to live to regret wasting it. Time wasting is different from procrastination.
Okay.
So there is what we call, is it the Parkinson's law, whereby you create a specific time for something and you want to do that thing. You find out that everything just falls within that time. So if it would take me 1 hour to walk from here to the bus stop, definitely I will, rally around 50 minutes or 70 minutes or 55. But if I say I want to use 10 minutes, then I'll be looking at 8 or 12 minutes. So when you figure out that, okay, this thing is supposed to, you give a time to it. Definitely you are working towards, so there's what we call motivation and there's what we call discipline. They are two different things. Motivations will get your head full. Without discipline, you are still where you are. Yes. The most, or let me say, the greatest intention in the world is still an intention without action. So no matter how motivated you are, if you don't do anything about it, that's what I'm saying. Procrastination will come. I don't think there's anybody listening to me that will say, I've never experienced that state, so I have to procrastinate. No, it's a follow-come thing. When I wake up, I do, No, that thing will come. So I'm just trying to say it's a gift that make you stretch, make you overcome something, make you fight something. So it's this fight that happens to you that the only advantage when you win is growth. So I'd learned to do things faster than how it used to be before, because I've learned, okay, this procrastination is really on my face now, so I have to do something about it. So thereby, I have to create deadlines before my deadline. And whenever you hit deadline, for some people listening to me, the only way to conquer it is to create another deadline. You won't die.
Nice one. This guy is feeding us today indeed. Discipline, yeah. Everybody's just feeling it. Yeah, thank you all for being part of Let's Talk here on Empire Radio 360. Please, we have a few minutes. We'll soon be rounding up very, very soon. So get as many folks as possible to be part of the conversation and the part of the plan, a part of the show today. Okay, have you ever had an issue with acceptance? Because what your kind of field is very irregular. It's not popular. It's not common. But then, have you had an issue with people accepting or loving what you do? Has it ever been a challenge for you?
I would say it hasn't actually, because I don't know. I can't say it's anything from me. So this is where grace comes in, because at some point you look at, it's very rare. There are a lot of spoken word artists there, but especially when I'm doing doxology, it's very, very rare. Just like you said, irregular. But I don't really have issues. But I might have issues before, because there are some events you'll be underestimated. They may just put you towards the end of the event so that you don't. And sometimes when they put you there, they're just like, hey, definitely we are calling you again. We're so sorry, we would have called you during when those people were around, or then some noble people. I'm like, it's beautiful. I just like that level. I don't like people telling me they expected so much. And the beautiful thing about disappointment is it happens to people that are expectant. You see, when you are not expectant, you can't be disappointed.
Disappointed.
So if I say, okay, boss, have this my phone, take it, I leave it for you. It's fine. No, it's fine. Then you do not tell me any thank you. I won't really be bittered. I will just know it's your lifestyle. I won't be bittered. But when my life depends on thank you, and you did not tell me thank you, I'm collecting my phone back. So I can't be disappointed because I'm not expectant. So I do not like people putting that high level of expectancy. It puts pressure on whoever is presenting. But it's good to some certain
level. So like people
level
to underestimate you a lot.
It's not as if I appreciate it, but I'm okay with it. So I don't see it as a problem. It's not as if I appreciate it or I always want, but I don't see it as a problem. No. Because it gives me a level to, just, okay, prove to these people that Jesus is Lord, kind of thing. Yes, so I rarely disappoint people with my craft because they were not expecting.
We're not expecting exactly. I want to say welcome. Okay, Ucheginika said, wow, create deadline before your deadline. Yeah, people are taking notes actually. Queen _ Zazie, you're welcome to the show. Oluwa _ Yems, thank you for joining the school. Steph, thank you for joining the show. Steph Nora as well, you're welcome. I appreciate you. Thank you for being part of Hey Let's Talk. To every single one of you, thank you and welcome. Thank you for being part of Hey Let's Talk here on Empire Radio 360. Get our links out to everyone that you know to follow us on all our platforms and also be part of every conversation and be part of every show brought to you from Empire Radio 360. What has anything discouraged you since in this your journey?
Definitely, but I would say it's always a blessing at the end.
Okay, let me rephrase this question. Has anything made you question your craft, shake you so much that you question this your talent? Like,
yes.
Give us the story.
Okay.
Gist us, give us gist.
Especially when you are not really known in a circle where you find yourself. I'm talking about not your personal being. I'm talking about what you do as per this craft. Where people don't even, when you are a singer, people just know you are a singer and they can easily, they know that. But some people don't even know what doxology is. So they're just like, that guy with the talk, or the talking pen, the pain. Somebody called me on stage and said, let's welcome the talking Byron. I'm like, wow. I've heard talking pen of China. So strange things, because people don't really know what this is like. So it's really, really challenging a little bit. But I've never questioned it because I know God is involved in this. Because there's something I started this year with my friends. Anything that happens to me or to them, this phrase, all things works together for your good. Now, I'm saying this especially in a bad situation. Most times, I use the phrase, it's well. And when I say it is well, someone will say, this way, get us a bill. Some people say, because Jesus is aware and all of those things. So why am I saying this is because while we believe that we have growth, we have, things to do, we have development to attain, I will not really say it's much of a reason for me to question my craft because I've started for a long time and
10 years, 15 years to 10 years. That's more than
No, then it's just like I don't even get with the 10 years I'm talking about is once in a, and once I do that, the next invitation is from people that are in that setting or a guest that came to that. That's how it has been. So I don't really see it as a discouragement because it gives me opportunity to like create more. You understand? Because I read, I think it's Daddy Adiboye that said something that one of the most dangerous things that can happen to a man is to happen before your time. Yes, to happen before your time. So one thing about the youth of today is I won't blow. I rarely find that word in my dictionary because if I blow before my time, I will expire sooner than expected. Yes, it's not about blow. It's about relevancy. People don't understand the word blow, so they are really pursuing fame. One of my greatest fear on earth is to be famous and broke. I don't even want to.
Famous and broke. Yeah.
The thing is, people just want to be known.
Yeah.
I think I was listening to the previous speaker or 2 speakers ago where he was saying something about being famous and successful. So you can see that being famous, I prefer to be very...
on the show, yeah?
Yes.
Oh, you followed on? I appreciate that.
It's better that I am very rich and I'm not known than to be a global identity and being an ambassador of capacity as well. So it's really bad. So I do tell people, climb the mountain to see the world. Don't climb the mountain for the world to see you because it's about you.
Climb the mountain to see the world. This guy, don't fool my head. Hey. If I blow before my time, I will expire than expected. Kai, to happen before your time. The talking barrel. People are actually writing things. The talking barrel of China. Famous and oh my God, you're really giving us things to take home, and I really appreciate the knowledge because I'm learning. To be very honest, I'm learning, and that's one of the benefits of this show. If nobody actually benefits much on this show,
I'm also learning.
I want to say thank you to every one of you, part of us here on Hey Let's Talk on Empire Radio 360. We'll be rounding off now. Okay, so before we round off, I believe that you had a special plan for us. Okay. You have a special presentation for us. So you're going to do that one final icing on the cake. This one is whatever you want to do for us now, you do it. And to every single one of you that have been on the show, thank you for being part of Hey Let's Talk on Empire Radio 360. Before we finally round off, you say you want to drink. It's true. He spoke about water. Hey. So without water, you cannot.
No, I'll definitely go on. No problem.
Okay, I want you to do it now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't make that available. But do it now. After I will buy a carton for you.
Fine.
You will take a whole carton to do your thing. But can you still go on with it?
Definitely.
Okay, so this one is you don't have time now. So we're not telling you have 5 minutes, you have 10 minutes. So relax. Take your time. No matter your mouth won't dry rich. Take your time and do your thing. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, right now I leave you in the hands of Talking Pen to do one more last presentation before we end the show today. Talking Pen, over to you.
Having the wrong driver in the vehicle of life is the first stage of confusion. But having your faith in God is the best ticket for survival. You see, when the matter of hunger has entered into a matter, no other matter matters other than Jehovah Jireh, who provides manners out of nothing. So your duty is not to worry or bother. In fact, don't ponder because you are under. Don't flounder because you're down. Hear this. You can still be the thunder that will make others wonder before they surrender because you have a son as the answer. I'm talking about the Son of God, who came from heaven to dwell with men, and he became the Son of Man so that the sons of men could be called the sons of God. As humans, we write, we paint, we think about life, big questions about the universe. Why does the universe exist? And when scientists sees geographical spaces, hemisphere, a place governed by precise laws, elegant laws by the Einsteins, Aristotle's, Blaise Pascal, Michael Faraday's, complexity of daily experiences, platforms for inventions, and mindless evolutions. How about the heavenly bodies? How about the 204 countries? How about the 774 local governments in the 36 states of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? How about the 7 major seas? How about the 7 continents? How about the 7 colors of rainbows and even the 7 wonders of the world, all in the universe they see? Permit me to tell you about a God who has all of these in his hands. He who breathes the breath of life and stars pops into the sky. He puts the ocean in his keg and makes the earth his footstool. He uses the egg to break the palm kernel just to disgrace the stone. He can use a basket to fetch water just to put the bucket to shame. He uses his words to create the earth and he roofs it with the heavens. No pillar, no walls. Till today, the heavens has not fallen. He created and numbered the stars of the sky without losing a count of my hair. What my generation put together cannot afford, to him, that is the slightest miracle he can perform. He treats iron like straws and strong bones like leaves. He created languages for the deaf and pathways for the blind. He is the lily of the valley that is deeper than the valley. Yet Kilimanjaro and Mount Everest are his footstool. I call him the Tim Twana Tim Jehovah Otokwanandu. The one that does as he says and he says as he does and is still on the throne. He has no rival, no equal, zero competitor. Even the devil is not the opposite of God, because my God, your God, is incomparable. He whose simplicity is full of power and glory, yet his complexity is incomprehensible. He has the absolute supremacy and authoritative ability to prove that he's God. He did it for Abraham, he did it for Isaac, he did it for Jacob. He will not change because you are Chinenye Kaito no me. He remains the unchangeable. I'm talking about boom, tick, boom, boom, ticking, I decided to make a research.
7:30 to 8, I'll leave from my house.
I decided to make a research about him. So I visited the likes of Albert Einstein, Michael Faraday, Blaise Pascal, Brother Paita. You know him, Pythagoras. I asked them, who is this God to you? They said, we are all but scientists and inventors. He's the source of creation. Source of creation. This took me back to Genesis chapter 1 verse 3, where God said, let there be light, and there was light. Come to think of it, this was not the sun that was shining, because the sun was made on the 4th day, but there came light before creation. So I got the confirmation in John chapter 8 verse 12, where Jesus said, I am the light of the world. Whosoever walk with me shall not walk in darkness, but walk in the light of life. So for scientists to say he's the source of creation, it means nothing would have been made that was made without he that was made for all to be made. I furthered my research. So I visited Mrs. Monaya, I visited Mommy Sarah, I visited Auntie Eli, you will know her, Auntie Elizabeth, and Auntie Hannah. I asked them, Mommies, who is this God to you? They said, come son, when you look at Isaac, Samson, Samuel, and John, they are not product of delayed blessings. They are signs that God's words never fail. I furthered my research. This time around, I visited David Livingstone, Mother Teresa, Nelson Mandela, and Martin Luther. I asked them, who is this God to you? They said, we are all but freedom fighters. It's the only truth that saves. Truth that saves? Oh, I got the confirmation from the scriptures. Ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. I visited the linguistics, the professors, and the likes. But this set of people gave me a shock that made me give my research work a pause. I asked them, who is this God to you? They said, to us, he's a paradigm of supercalifragilisticexpialidociousness. I said, what does that mean? They said, it means he's beautiful beyond description, exalted above all imaginations, wonderful beyond admirations, yet words are insufficient for his description. And I came all the way to call him Diobaton Jermimo, Diobaton Lomimo, Diobaton Mumimo, he who is holy, is humble, he's caring, he's forgiving, he's spotless, he's harmless, he's unsinful, he's gracious, he's glorious, he's unsinful, he's faithful, he's truthful, he's marvelous, and of course he's wonderful. I'm not talking about the one that he's just the Lion of the tribe of Judah. No, he's also the Lamb slain for sinners. I'm not just talking about the baby in the manger. He's also the messenger and savior. I call him again the Tim Jehovah Otokwanandu, the one that does as he says and he says as he does and is still on the throne. He's the master of creation that does not need election to retain his position as the king of all nations. He does not consult your past to determine your future, because he knows the end from the beginning. He began the beginning even before the beginning of the beginning began. That means he has been existing before the beginning of existence began. In his sovereignty, there is nothing like election. In his existence, there's nothing like extinction. He's the God of 247. He's the light. He's the peace. Some call him the light of the world, the rose of Sharon, the head of the church, the balm of Gilead, the lifter of my head, the prince of peace, the rock of ages, Arubu of joy, ancient of weeks, stiller of storms, backbone of salvation. Some call him the Ontomo Bokobasi, Ukoke Kong, Itiai Daisong, Edidem Mendidem, some call him the Soromata, say, Obala no balon your batioma watitri ayaye, Obatinti telikoleshi, Obatinshi telikoleti, Awa maridi, Aiku, idea di badia lower Boboro logo didon. Herod couldn't kill him. Pilate couldn't find a fault in him. The Sadducees couldn't stand him. The Pharisees couldn't handle him. Grave couldn't keep him. Death couldn't hold him. Hell couldn't stop him. Satan couldn't win the battle. Even the saints of the world could not pollute him, because he whose life is matchless, his goodness is limitless, his mercy is everlasting, his love never changes, his word is enough, and his grace is sufficient. He wrote in Psalm chapter 150 verse 6, he said, let everything that has breath praise God. He didn't say gain salvation before you praise. So the reason I'm praising is because I'm alive. Thank you.
So we'll come your way again on Friday, ladies and gentlemen. The show has ended. There's nothing I want to say again. TalkingPen, thank you very much for being on the show. Bye for now. Bye for now, I beg. What?